It's finally time to talk about the website, and this video is going to be about my website and my thoughts on it. At the time of me publishing this video, the website is not going to currently be out. I really want to get these thoughts out here. This video has timestamps in it because I want to organize my thoughts rather than go on an incoherent hour-long ramble, or night-long ramble, or weeks-long ramble like it's kind of been. One of my most sincere hopes is that I can convey and hope that people can realize that this is a project done by like one failed med school dropout. Like, it's just me, and I'm just someone trying to figure out this beyond messed up life. I'm not old, I'm just trying to figure out life, and point is, there's just no one else doing it. It's just me, and that is actually kind of terrifying. It's become my passion project in many ways, and development is not going to stop. I plan to continually expand upon its feature set. You are not getting a complete project. And I personally built it up from the ground up, piece by piece myself. MySQL, .NET Core, React Redux, and yes, in TypeScript, because wow, does that make life better on a larger scale project like this. But really, at the end of the day, it is me, and there's no investors, no big orgs, no ad revenue pressure, like to put ads on the website. There's not going to be like ads on the website, like no. And since I did all of this myself, I can expand upon it very easily. I can make anything happen with it, especially the architecture patterns I chose, especially when you guys see some of the later tools that I'm going to be releasing in upcoming months. They're not going to be even close to the initial release because some of them are very advanced. You're going to see, oh wow, this is a lot of custom development that I can't get anywhere else. But I decided, rather than let myself fester over like this, that I'm just going to do this video, and I kind of hope that I don't regret it, because I know that people can sometimes smell blood in the water and make things worse, which I'm praying that no one does. Like, please, I've been through enough shit in my life, please don't make it worse. But it's been something that's been worrying me sick, and yes, literally sick, and it's kept me up some nights just worried about it. I've had nightmares about it. I've actually scrapped this project and rebuilt it a few times now because I wasn't sure if this was a wise decision, and I just want to like prevent myself from doing it, so I deleted, but then I remade it because I thought it'd be useful. But I don't want to back away this time, and if you're hearing this video, this has been a decision where you're actually hearing a recording from potentially hours or days earlier. If you're hearing this video, you know that I'm going through with this. So Evyx.gg is my website, and it's born out of a lot of love for this game, its developers, and the community, because honestly I meant what I said in the video that I released a few weeks ago of Final Fantasy XIV, and its community saved my life. But we do note that the path to hell is paved with good intentions. That's definitely a phrase to always keep in mind. Now let's dive into the actual sections, because I do want to keep this structured. So section 1, what is the point of this video? And so the point is that my website is coming out in a few days, and I'm scared that I'm going to regret it. I'm mortified, actually. Scared doesn't even do that justice. It's not done. It's not good enough in my opinion. I've only got 2 tools, and I'm decently comfortable with them. One of them I am not fully happy with. You're going to see which one pretty clearly, or maybe not if I'm lucky. It's not as good as the other one. And I need these 2 out of the 12, and yes, you heard that right, 12 tools. There are 12 that have had a lot of progress done on them, and probably as time goes on, it'll probably ramp up even further from that. There's already requests for other things. But I trimmed down the list of the current 12 down to those 2 because I need them for immediate content. So it not being done, the website as a whole, leaves me feeling nothing short of mortified to move forward. Will people see in it like the website in its incomplete state and assume it's all garbage? Will people see it in the state and assume that I'm not going to actively work on it or keep it up as a priority? Which, just to be super clear, this is an ongoing project. This isn't even close to the end of it. It's something that I'm going to be constantly be working on and improving and expanding its feature set. This is definitely something that I want to do. I was relatively recently laid off of any job, and so really my attention is to apply out to jobs and do this. And so this is definitely not going to be something that I just put on hold. This is definitely a #1 passion project to me. But the point, again, is I'm thinking it's too soon, but different factors in my life are making it impossible to sit on it any longer. Like, one of the many reasons, like a laundry list of reasons, I mean, it's like I go between scrapping the project as a whole again because I'm anxious. It's almost like there's a high pressure valve and you want to turn the knob just to release the pressure. That's kind of where I'm at right now. But because it's not done, I'm terrified. I swing between being a sputtering, miserable failure that will be judged and chastised by the community, potentially at large, which terrifies the shit out of me. Like, the last thing I want to have happen is Asmongold to ever pull up this website and have his stream dump on me. That would be the most soul-crushing shit ever. But then I also swing to the other side of the pendulum of being like, just deleting it all and throwing in the towel. Just be like, I give up. Here's my white flag. I surrender. And I'm still not sure if forcing myself to commit like this is the right decision, or if I should delete this video itself and this audio and just burn it to the ground silently. If you're listening to this audio, you know that I second guessed on deleting it and I'm going forward with it. Really not 100% sure right now, like I'm anxious doing this, but it's funny how YouTube videos make things seem like they're in the present, but reality is you're hearing this audio likely hours, if not days after I recorded it. So section 2 is going to be goals of the website, and the goals of the website are very much at face value. They are to empower the community on a platform that I built up from the ground up. No ads, no stakeholders, no shareholders, no orgs, no bullshit trying to be spewed at you to sell you trucks or whatever the like they're serving on ads. Like, I want to make something as pure as I could with one intention, helping as many people as I can. This leads us into section 3, which is motivations, and my goal is really as simple as helping the community, which is almost a sad thing now that I said it out loud, huh? I'm really a basic bitch, aren't I? But YouTube has become about these larger-than-life personalities, these literal giant organizations, which is, in my mind, pretty insane that we literally have these gaming orgs around. Like, I don't get it, guys. Not about that life. But all these money-making schemes and ways to really siphon the money out of people, and people chasing clout and fame, and people like, oh my god, I need to show up in Asmongold's stream. Baby, let me be real blunt for you. Even if you literally carried that man through all of the Savage raids, even if you did, no one is going to remember your name. But, I mean, people have deluded themselves into thinking this. The point is, like, all this drama, all this nonsense, I've never been about that, and I'm not gonna start to be about that. Like, through my life experiences, like, if you watch the video Final Fantasy XIV Saved My Life, then you probably get what I'm saying, and you probably get that it's very real. I'm not a very money-motivated person. Instead, what I genuinely seek is to make people's lives better, because you know, this world is absolutely batshit insane. But I'm gonna keep this very long, detailed explanation short. I have literally seen some of the most rich people on the planet die in front of me in hospitals. I volunteered in hospitals here, I don't want to say the city, but I have done that, and I've literally seen like people bickering outside of their room as they're literally dying, and then they passed away like a little bit after, bickering to lawyers about wills and money and this. I've lost countless members of my family in the past decade, and like, if you watch that Final Fantasy XIV Saved My Life video, like, I've taken a kicking after a kicking after a kicking. And if you do click on that video though, heads up though, it is very real. What I want though in my life is just to have some meaning in it, and I mean that from the very depths of my heart. I want to do what little bits I can to help others. It's not much, but that's okay. And I'm gonna kind of keep this section short, but section 4 is why I started making content, and I suppose from what I just said that you probably have a good idea, but my point of making content, or why I even started, was it came from a place of genuine love for the community, and obviously still stands that way. I never got in here for fake friendships, the weird clout. Like, if I message you on like Twitter or interact with you in game or in stream, it's because I actually give a shit about you as a person. Your clout means nothing to me. It means absolutely nothing to me, and I mean that very seriously. Like, don't fucking bother me with that. Or like this, I don't feel like this self-justification or need for my ego to be massaged. As someone who until about a year ago was a viewer of content, to be blunt, I'm an adult. I mean, obviously my youth comes through in my voice, nothing I can do about that, but nothing turns me off more than seeing some grown adult spiral into an ego trip over a video game. It's unsightly. But this passion to help the community for myself really influenced a lot of my choices in making a website even in the first place. It came to the point where I need to do more than these videos. These videos could be enhanced if I had X, Y, Z, or what if I had this integration with this, or what if I did this. It really came from a place of being able to help people more. And in spite of being a med school dropout, failed software developer, and all this other shit, I figured, hey, you know what? I know enough of this to make something I genuinely hope could help people. And so section 5 is why so long to develop this? Like, couldn't you get a WordPress website? And theoretically, maybe I could get a Squarespace website for like some of the things. But my problem is I strongly believe in empowering people. And yes, I say problem here. And for that, I also mean all people rather than just particular friends or particularly already famous names. It's just be like, oh, I want to host Asmongold on this. Like, no. Like, I mean, no. But this has like extended the scope well beyond what I originally intended. This was meant to empower the entire community. Tools that I could have made in literally hours expanded into weeks with research into different technologies, different integrations, different things like drag and drop, like the tooltips with the drag and drop and other CSS concerns and that. Gross. Or even obtaining the raw data for what something is or what something does has been largely modified actually by me by hand, because it's some things like, oh, a machinist skill adds 20 energy. Oh, well, that's not really added directly as a value in that. Likewise, cutting it short, the entire scope of the project expanded and expanded and expanded to absolutely insane levels, and when it's all said and done, it's going to be absolutely amazing, which I kind of did have in my mind. Endwalker is when it'll be like done. It'll be like in a more done state. It's not going to be a complete project, but it will be like good. It'll have the 12 main tools. It'll have all of these integrations. But right now, as we're looking at like mid-August, it's not done. Like I said at the start of the video, it's an ongoing project that if I have enough support, I might even stream myself coding for it. Like, I don't know if that would be the most boring stream to you guys or if you'd like it, but I might even do that. Which brings me to section 6, which is like final thoughts and outro. I just don't really know what else to say. I could probably ramble on for another probably multiple days long. I don't think YouTube would allow me to upload a week-long video. But point is, I'm stressed and I'm barely able to properly code or sleep or anything. It's just such a whirlwind of emotions. Successes, failures, so many of both. I just hope that people realize that this is a project done by just one failed med school dropout. I didn't fail out of med school, I withdrew because I'm an idiot. But just trying to figure out this beyond messed up life. Like, I'm a failed software developer, is what I meant by that. But the point is, like, it's just me doing it. There's no one else doing it. There's no orgs, there's no advertisers, there's no big sponsors, there's no tricks. This is very at face value. What you see is what you get. And I just really hope that people can be patient and have mercy, and I really hope that this can help people. I don't know, I'm just scared, guys.